What? You got my back, I got your son. This that MC, the soul brother #1. We got one life to live till it's done. This is arenas, doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe, shopping sprees in Soho. You had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace trumpets and rose mode. Yellow diamonds look like PP. Bitches fly from DC on my private to Waikiki. 3P. Niggas is my sons and that's on repeat. Sins of the father, so I call you little Michis. It's easy. How could you and me be? Ever seen his peers? Can't compare, you just CC. Don't you know these clears in my ears? Only BBs play musical chairs, Fred Astaire through these GTs. Too much Luigi, sold ecstasy and disappeared. I am Houdini. Look at them, him and him, still waiting on Yeezy. I hope you got your squeeze. ASAP with Riri, you rappers all beneath me, but love like the Bee Gees. International flights connect me to the Wi-Fi, the only way you reach me. Ballerinas, doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe, shopping sprees in Soho. You had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace trumpets and rose modes. Henny Alavaca. Panama Fishing Village, visiting with Papa, with Chapas, all of you in pasta, simply just Ferrari window shoppers. The one that I just ordered looked like it was built by NASA. Over $500,000 we call for Kasha, reaching for Akasha. Never leaving home without my peace like I'm a Mahatma. From the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. Never turn the other cheek, you're like at the Oscars. Persona non grata, mi casa.
Welcome.
Basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals. It begins here, and 2K Sports is happy to bring it to you. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Look at Indiana. Well, we know this is everything they've worked toward. Greg, the adjustments in the offseason have really paid off.
And it's a well-run organization from top to bottom. They know who they are. They play to their strengths. That's why
they know who they are. They play within their strengths. You're right. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. With Siakam nailed from three-point land.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Inside. Williams against Turner. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Gilgeous-Alexander against Halliburton. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and I think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Turner. Hits some room on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Miles Turner covered tightly, but nonetheless scores it. That is really well done.
Pass to Holmgren. Williams with the ball. No good on the triple. It's Nembhard on the wing. Defended by Dort. With one, Siakam. Good on the three-point shot. Siakam's got 6.
Now, this is such a critical component to Siakam's game. The face-up ability, nicely done on the jump shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Haliburton. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And Tyrese Haliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He's so fun to watch.
Yeah, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
Certainly with one of the more unique shots in the NBA, Haliburton gets it done.
You know, Kevin, credit to Haliburton and the organizations he's played for, because a lot of them would have changed or tried to rebuild their shot. Haliburton and his organizations knew the shot worked, and he stuck with it, and now he's one of the best shooters at his position. Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Here's Nembhard. Carries it from three-point range.
Timeout.
This is why coaches love Tyrese Haliburton. Just plays the right way.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Thunder trailing by 8. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
And while we got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Owen. David?
Thank you very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute. Now, in talking about Tyrese Haliburton, I wanted to know about the strategy for him out there. Coach said Haliburton is so quick and such a deft ball handler, I think it just comes down to keeping up with him, matching his pace, not letting him get one step ahead. So, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Now, here's Siakam. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. On offense, here are the Pacers. They're on a 17-6 run. A nice shot by Haliburton.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the score by Tyrese Haliburton, Holmgren gets the bucket.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
The shot's good from Haliburton.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And the Pacers doors last season trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot-making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
It's good. Haliburton's got 9 points.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6.
So smooth, so pretty off the dribble drive. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work.
The try by Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Clock at 6. Holmgren the screen. The 11-footer, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pass to Nesmith. The 3-ball. The Thunder pull it in. Fires from way outside. No good on the last second attempt there.
Good. Not as bad. First quarter.
He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. We'll return shortly. And we're ready to get back into the action here in game one. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Wallace, good. Pacers leading by 14. Here's Halliburton. That's good. It's McConnell with the assist. And that's 13 points for Tyrese Halliburton. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Halliburton. He's got 13. Now, Caruso. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wiggins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jarris Walker. Of course, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Wallace. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
On that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Here's Halliburton. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one to fall. Pacers leading by 10. Now, here's Halliburton. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Yeah, just one of those nights for Tyrese Halliburton. He's kept his foot on the accelerator, and he's putting it to the defense.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Caruso kicks to Wiggins. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Wiggins has got 5 points so far. Halliburton looking around. Turner for 3. Caruso grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 9. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Back to Halliburton. The 3. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
We know Tyrese Halliburton came into the league as a 40
Shooter.
Don't leave him that wide open, folks.
And regroup. A different look for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. Williams comes in for Alex Caruso. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Indiana also making some changes. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. And it's Nesmith in for Halliburton. 5 to shoot. Williams for 3. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Pass to Siakam. Fires from deep. And Indiana, another 3.
Boy, Pascal Siakam with the big-time answer from 3. Nice.
Wallace, the pass to Hartenstein. And here is Holmgren. Wallace outside. Baseline jumper. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Pass to Siakam. Buckers away from outside. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 10. Holmgren in the corner. There's the triple. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. The Pacers have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Nesmith with the ball. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Nesmith has got his second bucket of the night. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. It's Dort on the wing. Back to Wallace. Holmgren the pass to Wallace. Here's Williams. Lets it go with the 3. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6. Pass to Siakam. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
I like that. Lou Dort knows I don't have an opportunity, but I can put a pass on time and on target and get my teammate involved. Nicely done.
Siakam. And the rejection by Holmgren. Outside, Dort. In the corner, Wallace with it. And so it's Indiana with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room.
All right, let's try to extend that lead in the third quarter.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Welcome, folks. Game 1 and a big deficit right now for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You're not going to win many games shooting under 30% from 3. If they want to climb back into it, they've got to focus on getting easier looks there, Ernie.
Not everybody can be like the Jet, though, who shot a career 40% from behind the line.
39.9%. That half year in Atlanta killed it, Ernie.
I would agree with that.
Looking at this series for the Indiana Pacers, they've made it this far, Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Shaq, how much brighter is the spotlight here in this championship round?
It doesn't get any brighter. This is where you need your stars to be stars and your moons to be moons and your galaxies to be galaxies.
You know what, Ernie, this is what you dream about. But you got to stay in the moment. You got to focus on things that got you here.
How about planets to be planets? Does that apply here as well?
Yes, it does.
Thanks. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we're back with you as these two teams do battle in their quest for an NBA championship. Tyrese Haliburton has been sensational.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And so it's Haliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. At one point, they led by 16. Nesmith can't.
Come on, Nesmith.
He is someone that is accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin. What I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to a incredible recruit. He's an excellent.
All right, let's heat you up, Psych. Pascal. Been breaking the whole game.
Love the work put in.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander following the three-pointer by Siakam. Williams. It's rebounded by Nesmith.
That's right.
Pacers leading by 13. Siakam finds Nembhard. Back to Siakam. Shoots over George. And he didn't get
Hey, Pascal.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot
Yeah.
get the bell.
Williams with another miss.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Haliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Turner from past the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Williams, that's good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Nembhard hands it from downtown.
Timeout, timeout.
Nembhard's got 6 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the...
Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Thunder trailing by 14. Pass to Holmgren. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it. 14 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
For three, Siakam. And they hit it back. The shot by Turner, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Holmgren. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Excellent defense there from Haliburton. Pacers leading by 12. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Haliburton. That is his first foul of the game.
Offense?
Sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Holmgren. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for the Pacers. Haliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16.
This guy is an absolute scorer from anywhere on the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work in the mid-range.
Got that one up quick.
their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Williams can't hit. Indiana's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And that one, good.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
And so here is Oklahoma City. The Pacers making the shot. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse. He's got 18.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Thunder trailing by 13. Step back shot. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash,
Timeout.
an MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Pacers also changing it up. Top and heat.
The kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Outside Mathurin. That's good. It's McConnell with the assist.
Shooters roll.
Mathurin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Wallace against McConnell. Wallace. Good. And here's McConnell.
You guys are not coming back. Oh, that's sad, right?
Good work there.
TJ.
McConnell's got 5 now.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now here's Caruso. Scoreless thus far. Shot clock at 6. Drills the three-pointer.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And McConnell gets it to go.
TJ. I ain't expecting that.
Thunder trailing by 16. Here's Williams. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Siakam. 2 points. That one goes. Siakam's got 19 points.
Man, that is tenacity from Pascal Siakam. He was simply undeterred.
Williams for 3. And so it's Indiana holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they drain, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be right back after this.
Yeah, this game over.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4.
You get upset, you lost.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Off on the layup.
What, TJ?
Pacers leading by 18.
Let's shake him up and back up.
He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander.
All the way.
Gets it to go.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Down low, out to Wallace. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Walker with the rebound.
Nice team defense.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Here's Mathurin.
Oh, you got to hit them.
And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs. And it's good for two. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20.
Boy, delicate touch on that floater by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
Here's Halliburton.
This match.
It's good. That takes him to 77%.
Get that man out for him.
10 for 13.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Now here's Wallace. Pass to Wiggins. The kick out to Williams. That's the free fly. Pacers with the rebound.
He didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
O'Connell.
Come on, Nate Smith.
By Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And it's off from three-point range. Pacers leading by 20. Mathurin passes to Walker. Caruso
I got Mr. Those, man.
Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the shot goes down.
Of course.
Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in just
He ain't
a
gonna
second.
handle shit.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Chad Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Williams is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Cason Wallace.
Good shot.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in
good.
for Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Thunder trailing by 21. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Shooter.
Boy, Pascal Siakam, much improved as a playmaker. He can score it or create shots for others.
Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Halliburton. Holmgren
Say
the
frustrating.
screen.
Frustrating.
The shot by Williams, no good.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Connects again from distance.
And he's letting it fly
Couldn't
from
on it.
long range.
Shooting display.
Hitting effect.
And he's now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Williams scanning the floor. Hartenstein finds Holmgren. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, that's
They
wide open.
wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 points in just the second half. Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana.
Yeah, it's moving. We all one step.
And here is Siakam. Here's Nembhard. And that one is good. Nembhard's got 5
They expect you to
points now this
drive.
quarter.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
And guys, you can go ahead and put game 1 in the record books. Exactly how they wanted to kick off this series against a tremendous opponent. Big win for Indiana.
Nice D.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
They're certainly starting the finals off on the right foot, and this will be a comfortable win for them in game 1.
Yeah, this was a statement game, and what a time to make it. I'm sure it's going to get tougher for this group, but they won't be able to just run away with the championship. But tonight, they clearly established
happened to
themselves as the stronger team early in this series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tyrese Haliburton.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Here's Williams following the score by Tyrese Haliburton and the dunk by Holmgren.
It don't matter, Shaq, but that don't matter. You lost.
It isn't how they came into the game.
You got blown out, buddy.
It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Here's Nesmith. That falls. Nice feed that time from Haliburton.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Now, here's George. Pass to Holmgren. This one for three. Connects from...
Now you gonna stop playing that? Okay.
And I love the competitive edge Holmgren plays with, coming right back with his own triple.
Here's Haliburton. And it's in there.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win.
No problem at all.
Pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
So that's a wrap for the first game of the NBA Finals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Tyrese Haliburton.
Say you was trying to carry him, Shay. Yeah, Shay got a little hot at the end there. Better luck next time. And thanks everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Peace.
Thanks everyone for watching. Like, thumbs up, comment, subscribe and share. Victory hand.